moment while Kieran faces danger in Shortland Street.
Please smile.
Just take the shot.
But you have to smile.
I get it.
You're having us on, right?
I think the word is gotcha.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, and by the way, Shanti wins the bet. The Nursing Council are putting on a talk to showcase some post-grad programs. I'm going, and I wondered if you'd like to go too.
So it would just be you and me?
So what do you say? Is it a date?
When you say it's a date, do you mean...
Sorry, I'm giving you the wrong idea. While it is a social event, it's really more an opportunity to further your career. The chance to mingle with the country's most senior nursing professionals, to look at some of the post-registration nursing programs available, that sort of thing.
Right.
But if you'd rather not give up an evening of your own time for a work day, I completely understand. I can always get someone...
No, I'll go.
Oh, good.
Because you're right, it will be good for my career.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for thinking of me.
You're welcome.
Can I help you?
Can I come in?
No.
I wanted to bring this round. It's money for the rent.
Oh, internet down, is it? And a bank holiday. I didn't know we had those anymore.
Just take the money, Lib.
Don't call me Lib. It's Libby. Actually, no, it's nothing to you. Because I don't want to see you ever again.
Tanya, give him a message. I'm going to prove that I had nothing to do with Claire's death. Prove it to the police, but more importantly, prove it to you.
Yes, Karen, Tanya did tell me what you said. But that's the thing. What you say and what you do are often completely different.
I'm no murderer.
Maybe not. But you are a liar and a cheater and a creep.
I'm going to the police station this morning to offer to help in any way I can.
Oh, good for you. Bye-bye.
Libby, take the money.
Tanya!
Take the money.
What's going on?
I'm just trying to give Libby some money for the rent, that's all.
Never heard of internet banking? Help me? Mission accomplished. Now sod off.
Come on, come on, come on. I can't believe it's not there.
It's not that big a deal. It's just a stupid what's hot list.
And my blog should still be on it.
Oh, here you are.
Yes.
No, you've made the what's not list.
What? So last week. So last week? Who are they calling so last week?
You.
And who are these tryhards who have knocked me off the hot list? How soon is too soon to go all the way? Oh, yawn. How is this loser hot when I'm not?
Tits, skank! I mean, it seems she has other certain talents.
Her writing is purer.
Well, I'm guessing people aren't visiting for its literary merit.
Anybody home? Oh, goodness, who's that?
Some slapper who's only popular because she has great big...
Jugs, Hooters!
Thank you, Angus.
Sorry. Skank!
I can't compete with Miss Double D here. Why do I have to be such a bookmark?
Rubbish, there's nothing wrong with what nature's given you. Tell her, Angus. Never mind. Coffee?
No thanks.
No thank you.
I'm going to show that top-heavy tramp anything she can do, I can do better.
Work it.
I'll do whatever it takes to knock her off that list.
So, how's the teacher's pet?
I am not. Scotty's my boss, Joey.
Yeah, and he's got it for you so bad.
I know that's not true. If I had even a tiny little doubt, then there's no way I'd be accompanying him to the Nursing Council showcase.
He asked you to go?
Yes, because he said it
And
would
you
be
said
a good...
yes?
It's good for my career.
You're going on a date with the boss?
No. It's a work function, Joey.
Yeah, for just the two of you?
Yes, but what was I going to do? Turn him down? He's my boss. And it is a good opportunity.
Right. So he twisted your arm.
Oh, shut up.
JS. I want to know more about the night you and Claire terrified JS.
I don't know what you mean.
Terrifying someone. Why would Claire take so much delight in the fact that you both terrified someone? I'm thinking revenge, but you took took it too far, didn't you?
Like I keep telling you, Detective, I don't know what Claire was referring to when she wrote that in her diary.
You've got two choices right now. Tell the truth and get an easier ride, or refuse to cooperate and feel the full weight of the law when we show that you are in this up to your eyeballs.
I never knew what was going through Claire's head half the time.
You've already got one assault charge hanging over you, and then there's the fact that your relationship with Claire was difficult, shall we say. There was something else, wasn't there? Ah, yes. Your complete and utter lack of an alibi. You can see why we're so interested in you, Mr. Mitchell. So if there's anything you can say that might quell my concerns, now would be a good time to say it.
Okay, check this out.
Hey, have you ever had one of those weeks you wish you could just go away and die? My mum is like such a cow. So she's dumped the mechanic and is now going with a cop. And you know what that means?
Pretty good.
That means I don't If get you my do car say so yourself, Mr. Scriptwriter.
Oh, it's all in the performance.
So how am I supposed to see Trent tomorrow night? After going to second base last week, I think we've got some really big
Who's
issues
Trent?
to talk about.
Shh, he's fictional.
And because Mum won't let me borrow her sports car, it means I'm going to have to talk to Trent on the phone. And he's not going to like that. He's always going on about how
Sophie,
important
this is
physical
like
contact is
boring
in a
as.
relationship.
Shut up.
He says
Who are you
that
meant to
touching is
be?
vital for the
A whinging
psychological
stereotype?
well-being and all.
That self-indulgent, ironic shtick is so 90s. I mean, Clueless has been and gone. Hang on a minute.
No, he's right. If we don't use
There's nothing original about this character.
Trent would say yes.
She sucks.
Anyone else Claire ever mentioned? Anyone else she socialised with?
We were flatmates, Detective. We weren't in each other's pockets.
Justin Salt's here.
Excellent. I'll be back in a few minutes. Do you know this guy?
Oh, he works at the bar across the road from the hospital, doesn't he?
And in your dealings with him, have you observed any violent behaviour?
I never said I'd had any dealings with him, just seen him around, that's all.
But you know Libby Jeffries, don't you?
Not very well. Just one casual date, nothing really came of it.
What about Claire Solomon?
I applied for a job at the hospital, I met her briefly then.
Are you sure about that, Mr. Sol?
Yes.
What about your altercation with Claire and Kieran Mitchell?
What altercation?
Oh, the night they decided to give you a scare. Did they hurt you? What exactly did they do to you, Justin?
Look, I don't really know what you're talking about. I only ever knew Claire, Libby and the pommied bartender in passing. I don't even know why I'm here.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Just taking a statement from Justin Salt. Very interesting it was too. Very rewarding chat. You cared about Claire.
She was a friend.
So logically you would want to see whoever did this strung up.
Of course I do.
So why the hell don't you lose the attitude and start cooperating?
I'm answering your questions. I'm telling you everything I know.
All right, you can go. Just not too far. I'm sure we'll be talking again.
The nursing council dinner, eh? You're in the big time now.
Oh, it's no big deal.
Oh, it's a great chance to network, catch up with the latest info and opportunities. You must be over the moon.
I am.
But?
I've been getting a bit of grief from the others about going with the boss.
Oh.
It's not a date or anything.
Still, it's fair enough you feel uncomfortable, especially if it's affecting your relationship with your colleagues.
Oh, I didn't mean that. It's
You know,
just...
if you're having any doubts, you should just cancel.
I can't do that.
Why not? I mean, it's a great opportunity, but there will be others.
I've already said yes. I don't want to be unreliable.
Shanti, you shouldn't feel obligated to go on any extracurricular event. You can't let Scotty pressure you.
I'm not. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I'll handle it.
Remember, no pressure.
With this camera, the quality will be way better. You'll look totally hot. Oh, and your name is?
Lovesick biatch.
Every week there'll be a new mission for the lovesick biatch to carry out, all in the name of love.
Does this biatch have anyone in particular she's in love with?
Well, I think she's in love with love. but she hasn't found it yet.
Oh my God, she's deluded.
I know. She'll have people tuning in to see what insane thing she's going to do next. Who will?
Lovesick biatch. A completely original character.
Not bad. Definitely a step up from this morning's efforts. Nice work, Angus. Ta.
Hey, mate. Is Jab up?
Back in about half an hour.
Okay, thanks.
Question for you. That psycho that tormented me for hours, that was you, wasn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Bull.
Back off if I'm with you.
The cops told me. It was you and that little tramp.
Listen, get out my...
You're gonna pay for what you did to me, you skinny prick.
Get off!
Scotty, a quick word.
Shoot.
Some friendly advice, really. You should probably think very carefully before you go asking any employee under your management out on a date. You don't want anyone to feel pressured or obligated.
If you're referring to my invitation to Shanti Kumari to attend the Nursing Council Day, then you've got it wrong. Shanti was selected as the most deserving candidate, not because of any romantic interest. Perhaps you should think very carefully before you go making assumptions.
If a staff member feels she has no choice but to attend a social function with her boss, I don't have to think at all before I speak. It's called sexual harassment, Scotty. Anyway, like I said, just a friendly warning. You can be quite intimidating to some of the junior staff members.
If you have a problem with the way I've conducted myself, then please file a complaint with management. If not, keep your muckraking to yourself.
Excuse me. Hello.
Oh, hi, sorry, I'm just here to see my mum. Dr. Justine Jones, head of surgery.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Gotcha. Can I help you?
Justin Salt, registrar from Central. I'm after some patient notes. They haven't turned up.
Can I ask who you were dealing with?
Yes, Claire Solomon. She said she'd send them over last week.
Oh, I'm sorry, but Claire doesn't work here anymore.
Okay, well, if I could pick up my patient's notes. Karen Mitchell's his name.
Yes, his admission record is here.
Oh, great. If you just print the notes off for me, I'd appreciate that.
I'm not sure if we're authorized...
Look, I'm only wanting to collect them in person because I was here anyway for a meeting with Chris Warner. These notes are urgent. They haven't turned up. If you want me to go back upstairs and talk to Chris about how his admin staff have wasted my time and his, I'd be happy to.
No, don't do that. I'll print them off for you. We must be very careful. Patient confidentiality is very important.
I know. Your attitude is commendable.
Just one moment. You go.
Thank you very much.
Thank goodness for some peace and quiet at last.
Well, I guess there are some areas where us nurses can show you docs a thing or two.
You just got lucky, bro.
Yeah, I mean, talk about a freak bounce at the end there.
Sore losers. Hot stuff, Joey. Just don't expect a tip.
No, I think it's these doctors who could use a tip on how to lose gracefully.
You just need to get over yourself.
Yeah, same time tomorrow, and we will show you that today was a fluke, boys.
You hear that, Scotty?
Suckers for punishment, huh? Oh well, happy to oblige.
Any time, dog.
Whew, how was that for afternoon delight?
They are so noisy.
It's okay, Shanti. No one's going to put you on detention for sneaking a peek at Scotty's manly charms.
The things we do for love. If I'm going to find love, I'm going to need a whole life makeover. And this week, week 1, I start with the obvious. The assets. They just won't do. They say money can't buy us love, but you know what money can buy? Better breasts. Money can buy me the chest to end all chests. It can buy me bazookas. And great big cupcakes will make me feel good about myself. Make me feel like a real woman. A real woman on her way to finding love. So, now that I've decided to go under the knife, which size is right for me? C or double D? Big or bigger? How far do I go? Message me and help me out. I want to get this right the first time. How was that?
Tits! Oh, knock his tits! Sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
That was brilliant. One question though.
Yeah.
Bazookas?
I don't know where that came from.
And cupcakes?
Shut up!
Sophie?
We're just doing some homework.
Skank!
Are you okay?
Yes?
Have you been crying?
No. Just doing some study, Mum.
Okay.
And playing with boobs that we stole from your work.
Bazookas!
Here you go.
Oh, thanks.
And it includes holiday pay.
Jay, I was working under the table.
Yeah, well.
Wow, you Kiwis are a generous bunch. Thank you, though. I know you didn't have to, especially after I left you in the lurch.
Well, what can I say? I'm in a good mood today.
Yeah, so am I now. To be honest, I was wondering how I was going to make the rent.
Flat white tar.
So, this isn't going to last you very long, so what's the plan, Stan?
Pass. But I might get a beer while I
Good on ya.
So, done any more perving this afternoon?
Excuse me, I don't do that sort of thing.
Oh, right, you had your eyes screwed shut when Scotty had his six-pack on display in the staff room.
Where do I find the patient's medication records?
There's no need to be embarrassed.
I'm not.
Okay, so Scotty acts like he's got a carrot up him most of the time, but you could do a lot worse. He's got a good body, nice enough face. Sure as he could do with a bit of attention, but all in all, he's reasonably hot.
He's okay.
See, that wasn't so hard, was it? And he's clearly got it bad for you, so what are you waiting for?
I don't think it's that simple. He's my boss. I can't have a relationship with my boss.
You're new here, aren't you?
Seriously, what if something went wrong? What if someone got hurt or changed their mind or, I don't know, all the things that can go wrong in romance? And then we still had to see each other every day?
You'd cope. I do. Hi, Mark. Hi, Craig. Hi, the radiologist whose name I can't remember.
You went with someone and then forgot his name?
Maybe I never even knew it. It's too late to ask now. I just give him a friendly, hey, you, when I pass him in the corridor.
It's just so confusing.
Welcome to the love roller coaster, honey. Sometimes you just got to get on board and go where the ride takes you.
I'm not used to thinking about it like that. I'm not sure I can.
If someone comes along that rocks your world, you just have to go for it. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Are you quite happy there by yourself?
Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. Don't mind me. To be honest, sitting here not getting in trouble is about the best thing I could be doing right now.
Rightio. Hello, IVJ speaking. Yep, coming. Minor emergency out back. Back in a sec.
Drowning your sorrows over your dead girlfriend. What happened? Did she start to feel bad about what the two of you did to me? Did she threaten to tell? Is that why you had to kill her?
I told you to sod off.
Yeah. And I told you that I was going to make you pay for what you did to me. You and that slut. That slut you murdered. You have to try a bit harder than that, you worthless piece of crud. What's the matter, Mitchell? Bit of a headache? They make for interesting reading, your medical notes. Seems you really are quite screwed up.
Piss off!
Karen, no!
Come on, you pommy twat. Let's add another assault charge to your record.
You, get out of here. Karen! Drink?
Yeah, time.
Where have you two been?
Alpha Beggars.
So you won't be wanting dinner then?
Oh, sorry, I probably should have told you.
I don't expect that, Sophie, because there's a lot of things you haven't been telling me lately.
Sorry?
Why were you crying this afternoon?
I wasn't crying.
I saw you.
Mum, what is this? You went through my stuff.
I was vacuuming your room and they were under the bed.
Vacuuming my room? Since when do you vacuum my room? That doesn't matter. You were looking for an excuse to snoop.
Sophie, you do not need a breast augmentation.
Oh my God.
I'm thinking wine o'clock.
What are these?
What do they look like?
Mum, you're a psycho.
She was talking about how inadequate she was this morning, and then I found these in her room.
Mum!
A little difficult for a father to comment, really.
Dad, don't.
Right.
You are a beautiful girl, and you're only 15. You haven't fully developed anyway.
I can't believe you just said that.
Well, it's true.
Everyone knows that looks mean everything these days. We live in a shallow, superficial world, and to get anywhere, I have to look good. To be a success, I need decent breasts.
Sophie, that's not true. There are plenty of successful, small-breasted women in the world.
Name 3.
Looks don't matter, Sophie.
Besides, you are gorgeous enough as it is.
So looks do matter. So that's it. I can't get a boob job?
Absolutely not.
Darling, why don't you wait till you're a little older and you've had some children, because, women tend to sag.
Callum!
Yes, dear.
You know what? You two can both forget it. I knew neither of you would understand.
Well, that went well.
I do not sag.
No, of course you don't. I was just commenting that
Callum.
women's breast... Yes, dear.
Shut up.
Yes, dear.
Shanti.
Hi. Just on my way home.
I can see that, yes.
Of course you can. Sorry. I'm good at stating the obvious sometimes, especially when I'm talking...
Sorry to cut to the chase, but I've got to get back. It's about the nursing council function.
Yes?
I've been thinking about it over the course of the day and realised that it would probably be inappropriate for you to accompany me.
Oh?
Nothing against your work performance, but I have decided that Joey should attend instead.
I see.
Sorry to mess you about, and I hope we can continue to work together without any awkwardness.
Of course.
Good, thanks.
To be a success, I need decent breasts.
Sophie, that's not true. There are plenty of successful, small-breasted women in the world.
That is brilliant. It's priceless. I couldn't have scripted it better myself.
The lovesick biatch is going to blow all those other tryhards away.
So now you need to do another direct-to-camera. Talk about how there are heaps of hurdles on your way to finding love. And you've just found your first one. Your parents.
Yes. So I've failed to complete my first mission, and now I'm even more lovesick.
Exactly.
Well, the 4 Live Financial Roadshow is out and about in Leinster today and eager to answer any money queries you might have, so you won't want to miss 4 Live this afternoon here on 1.